Hi, my name is Dinah Johnson. That's the name I use to write children's books. As Diane Johnson Feelings, I'm a professor of children's literature at the University of South Carolina.
Well, my name is Joyce Hanson, and I've been writing books for young people for over 30 years.
My name is Tyrone Jeter. I'm an artist and illustrator.
There are several elements of my work that I'd love for you to pay attention to when you look at the mural. One of my poems is a poem about just the love of literature and children getting lost inside a book. And I think that's such a wonderful feeling for children to have, that they're just there with the characters. They don't even know what else is going on around them.
The text that was chosen was from one of my favorite books that I have written. I can find flaws in all of my books, but this book was my favorite. The title is I Thought My Soul Would Rise and Fly. And it was the first book I wrote as a retiree, because I had been writing all along up in New York. And I always chose as my subject for the historical novels, I always chose South Carolina because that's where my mother and her family, they're from here, they're from South Carolina. And this is the first book I wrote while actually living in South Carolina. I wrote the other books in New York, but I did research in the library.
It's the pieces that you see that deals with young people especially. I'm very caught up in what's going to happen to our children at some point in time, especially with this climate change. So there's a number of pieces in this thing that deals with that subject matter.
I think this is a very powerful piece of public art, and it tells many stories. The main story I think it tells, or one of the main stories, is that children are thinking human beings. They are serious. They deserve to have beautiful books.
Well, it tells the story of young people trying to make a place in the world. That's how I see it.
All of these pieces is designed to pull you into it and get to know these young people.
I want children in our community to know that every single one of them is a beautiful, important human being, and that books can make their lives even more powerful and meaningful.
I want them to know how important reading is, and I just don't mean that as a cliche. When you read, you think. When I was teaching, this is what I used to tell my children. When you read, you think. There are just 26 letters in the alphabet, and look how much information we get from those 26 letters.
I guess you want them to know about the life that's going on around them. I think that's important, that kids don't walk through the day and they think everything is okay. I'm not saying you turn kids on to bad things, but I think we need to give them the tool to look, analyze, and come up with their own conclusions, and then you can discuss with children. You should never beat them down based on what you think you know.